Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. And today I'm going to make a card using the To a Wild Rose set. Actually, I might make two. And this is very much inspired by my utter stamping hero, Jennifer Maguire. She did a card very similar to this. In fact, she does this technique quite a lot, where you can make more than one card at a time, basically. Super quick and easy, and then the benefit of that is that the little bit of extra work you have to go to use the 3-step stamping or 2-step stamping is eased by the fact that you can make more than one card at once. That's the theory. So the first thing that I will say about these is it doesn't matter if you can't line them up perfect. Alright, some people will try them once. I've done it myself. You think, oh, I can't do it, I can't line them up perfect, it doesn't match spot on, I'm going to give up. It doesn't matter, right? Especially with this one, it's awesome. And with a lot of the 3-step stamping, it doesn't matter if you don't get it perfect. It doesn't matter if you don't have a stamparatus. Practice, do a few on some scrap and you will soon figure out. And even so, if it doesn't line up perfect, it doesn't matter. So that's my disclaimer. Right, let's get stamping. So when it comes to colours, I just pick some similar shades. I start with a light one for the bottom, medium one for nice and bright for the middle, and then I've got another one for the outline. So they're all kind of the same colour family, but we're just going from light to dark. Alright, and then for the leaves I'm just using the one which is Granny Apple Green, and I'll just stamp off to make lighter colours where I want. Alright, so you start with the background one, which is this one, and then you add the detail, and then you add the outline, or you can do it the other way around. Outline, background, detail, it's up to you. I find it easy to do that one first because it's nice and light. If you don't line it up perfect, it doesn't matter. So I've got all of my stamps here, and I've put little black marks where I think they line up, just with my Sharper, but it still, for some reason, doesn't always seem to line up perfect. However, by the time you've done it and by the time you've cut them out, it doesn't matter. Right, I promise you. So I'm starting with Blushing Bride. Alright, so I've got this is the background one, and again, when you stamp this on its own, you might think that looks absolutely rubbish. Alright, because it doesn't look like anything, much of anything, when you first do it. It just looks like a blob, but it's the layering, and it's the, you know, that is what makes this a beautiful set. So next we're going with the detailing, and these are called distinctive stamps, and that's an exclusive thing to Stampin' Up. They formulated this, and the idea is that it looks like depth and shading within the stamp. Basically, it's just an awesome effect. So I'm inking that one up. Okay, now I've kind of marked where I think it lines up, but sometimes I just still have a bit of a wiggle. I'm just going to stand up and just have a bit of a move around, because I can never always remember exactly where anything goes. So let's just have a little bit of a, I think it's that way. I'm going to go with that anyway. As you can see, I don't use a stamparatus. These are photopolymer. You can see through, and so you can line them up by eye. And if it's not perfect, repeat after me, it doesn't matter. Alright, because look at that, it's still beautiful even if it's not fully lined up. Nobody can say that that's not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect flower in nature. So if it's not perfect, repeat after me, it doesn't matter. That's not bad. Not a bad attempt, that. Especially for me when I'm half blind. And I'm not the world's best stamper, but you don't have to be. You know, I absolutely adore Jennifer Maguire. I'm not as good as her, nowhere near. You know, we're just crafters, but there's no reason we can't do what they do. Alright, so then I'm inking up this is the outline one, this is the final layer, and again I'm going to kind of eyeball it. I've got an idea of where it's meant to go. If it's not lined up perfect, again, what do we say? Doesn't matter, doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so I'm going for about there. And this is just going to add the outline and the detail. There we go. It's not lined up perfect. You can see small gaps. I'm not bothered. It doesn't matter, because by the time we have cut them out. If I show you, by the time we've cut them out, doesn't matter, you can't tell. Alright, and they look absolutely beautiful. And I've just cut these out with scissors. I don't have the dies, and I've done the same with the leaves. So I stamp the outside and then stamp off and stamp the inside. I'm not going to show you how to stamp leaves. That's not difficult. Alright, it's not difficult. I'm sure you can stamp a leaf. And then all you do then is just cut with just a small increment to the main outline. So, you know, if you've over stamped a little bit and the pattern runs over, by the time you've cut it out, alright, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Alright, as you can see there, look, I started to cut and it'll be fine. I'm not going to cut all of that out, else I'll be forever. So now what we're going to do, we've got a sheet of cardstock here, and this is where I was inspired by Jennifer. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue our pieces down the middle of this piece of cardstock. Now my sizes are slightly different to hers because I'm working with European cardstock, and the A4 sizes between Europe and America are slightly different. So this measures 8 by, I think it's 5 7/8, and then I've scored it in the middle at 4, so I know where my centre mark is. And then what you want to do is just arrange your flowers however you want them. Alright, let's have a see. I think I might have them like that. So you arrange your flowers however you want them, and then you start and you glue them on, and then you get your leaves and you do the same. Alright, so I'm just going to I'm going to have them kind of like that, like tiered I think, and then put my flowers round and about. Okay, so I'm using 4, you could use 3, you could use more, you could do what you want. And then I'm just going to use my glue. I'm going to add my leaves underneath. Alright. And if it peeks over the edge at this point, it doesn't matter because we're going to cut it. Alright, we're going to trim it all down. So let me just move that, let me glue this flower down. And the prep work is in the initial stamping and the, you know, fussy cutting these out. But once that's done, the rest of it is absolutely easy peasy dragon sneezer. Right, because you're just sticking and gluing. Sticking and gluing. My lovely friend Karen up in Scotland there is going to send me some Tombow, bless her. She's going to share her heart with me. How lucky am I? It's not what you know, it's who you know. I've always said that. Right, so stick another one over here. Cut plenty of leaves out. You can never have too many leaves. A nice filler for a card. Stick that like that, I think. And get them layered up. And again, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, the more random you do things, sometimes often looks really good. Just put that like that. Give that a press. Okay, we're cooking with gas. Let's have another leaf over here. And you know, you can chop up your leaves, you can mix and match leaves from other sets even. You want another flower. I'm trying to be really quick. Obviously you take more time. When I'm doing videos often I will you know, I'm trying to kind of speed craft, so as it were, so that it doesn't drag on forever, never and ever and ever. Yeah, okay, so let's just stick that one there like so. Have this one over here like that. And as I say, it doesn't matter if you go off because we're going to trim it, and hopefully it's going to look awesome. Otherwise I'm going to fall out with Jennifer Maguire if it looks rubbish. I'll know. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I don't even know her. Right, let's just bob that on there, and I like how it kind of like a waterfall of, no, well, not a waterfall, you know, graduated. Can't think of the right words always when my brain works faster than my mouth. or sometimes it is the other way around, I will admit, but we won't talk about that right now. Alright, so I'm just going to lift that up because I just feel like that needs a bit of a fill there with that leaf. Just bring it, I just want it there, I think. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to snip that leaf. Just snip that leaf there. And I'm going to add it back onto here. So I'm kind of collaging, I suppose. Down there. Alright, let's have a look, see if I want another leaf. I think I want another leaf up there. Do I want one down here? I'm just going to just maximise my leaves. I don't have to use the full thing. I can trim them, stick it under there, like so. And then I want this one up here, like so. Alright, just lift that up, just stick that, and then just glue that back down again. I'm so elegant, it's just ridiculous. I don't know, I haven't been snapped up by like a really fantastic craft company yet with my abilities. Right, what are you kidding? So there we go, I've got a bit of glue on there, but I'll get that off with my glue eraser shortly. Okay, I'll just wait for it to dry. So we've got that lovely kind of look there. I mean, that looks lovely as it is, doesn't it? You could just trim it off, but we're going to cut it in half, and hopefully my nice sharp trimmer is going to be alright and not let me down. So I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. Alright, I'm just going to trim those edges off first, I think. Just trim those off first. Alright, make it easy for myself and then cut it at 4. Is it 4? Should it be at 4? Yes, it should. So just cut it carefully. Well, I'm just doing it carefully because mine is still obviously wet. There we go. Alright, and then, you know, you can trim the bottom off. I'm just going to do it with my scissors. Trim that off. Like that. Trim that off like that. I would suggest leaving it to dry in between if you're layering like this. Leave it, oops, I've cut that wonky now. Leave it to dry in between, otherwise it can be difficult to cut your cardstock. You can end up with glue on your trimmer blades and your scissors, which is not great, but I've got to do it quickly. So leave it to dry in between, please. Do as I say, not as I do, as the saying goes. Alright, so then I've got my 2 card fronts there. Just need to get, just got some glue on there. Just get that glue off. Come on, get off you pesky monkey. I'll sort that one out later and I'll just do this one for now. So I could have it that way. I think I quite like it that way actually. So I've got my cardstock base here. I've already cut it to 5 7/8 by, what have I cut it to? I can't even remember. 5 7/8. It's gone 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. Alright, and then that will just layer on there like so. If you need to cut it down, you can. Alright, I'm going to leave it like that, but I just want to stamp a sentiment on the top there. So let's have a look what we got. I just like just simple hello me, because then you can send it to anyone. So I'm just going to stamp that. Alright, there's loads of beautiful sentiments in this one, and you can build it up. You can put blessed to be your friend, and grateful to know you, etc. Loads and loads of choices. Let me just grab a block, and I do like my ink at the moment of choice is VersaFine, which is a non-stamping up one, but I've fallen out with Memento. It keeps drying up, so for the moment, until they bring me a good alternative, that's what I'm using. And I'm just gonna, hopefully my scruffy hair's not in the shot. I've not even brushed it for about 2 days. Right, I'm only kidding. Right, so I'm just gonna stamp that there. And that just says hello. and that's lovely. Alright, and then what I have got as well are some little rhinestones. Let me just get a perky tool. And what I've done with the rhinestones, these are the champagne ones, I've coloured them with my lovely lipstick stamping blend to get the colour that I want. Alright, in fact I'll do them, I'll stick it on my card first. Let's get that on our card base. Alright, and then I'll make the other card off camera when I've got the sticky gluey finger marks rubbed off. That's why you should let things dry in between, and then you won't get gluey fingerprints on everything. Okay, let me just lay that on there. And you've just got a nice little border. You could have it on a coloured background, but I just thought that the white one just looks kind of crisp and fresh. I'm not going to press it too much because my hands are gluey. Alright, and then I'll just grab... Hi, ever so sorry, for some reason my video stopped recording as I was creating the card, so I've had to come and cut and paste just an ending on here. So we missed the part where I was just adding the jewels and then the sentiments, and from the two bases that I cut there, look, we've made the two cards, one that way and one that way, landscape and portrait. I don't know what happened to my video, little gremlins, but there we go, all done and completed. A brilliant technique. Give it a try. Anyone can do it. If I can, you can. Bye for now.